What's good, YouTube? It's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about iZotope's latest mixing plugin offering, and that's called Neutron 3. Neutron 3 is basically an AI, your own personal audio engineer that is with you all the time. If you want to just start up your mix and get a nice, well-balanced mix, just load up Neutron 3, sit back, and let Neutron 3 do all the work. So what we're going to do today is essentially take a deep dive into Neutron 3, show you some of the really cool features that it has and how it can bring a well-balanced mix to your sessions. Before we do that, I just want to take you through some of the processing units that Neutron 3 comes with. There's no effects processor units here. It's basically all dynamic processing, like your EQs, your compressors, gates, transient shaper, some distortion like the exciter, and the new effect processing unit, Sculptor. Now, Sculptor is essentially a spectral shaper that helps you sculpt. See how I did there? It helps you sculpt out your audio and bring out natural tones within your sound. So if you want to bring a little bit of the high end out and maybe make it a little bit gritty, Sculptor is for you right there. As you can see, you can start off with what type of instrument you have and then work with the preset from there. But the star of the show here in Neutron 3, in the AI, your own personal audio engineer, is the Mix Assistant. Now, within Mix Assistant, you got two options. One is Track Enhance, one is Balance. Track Enhance allows you to individually manipulate and process some effects on a track. So let's say you want to bring out your guitar, make it fuller or wider, maybe EQ it. That's what Neutron 3 will take a listen to your guitar track or whatever track it is and just make it sound a lot better automatically without you having to do any work. Now, Balance is even cooler, in my opinion. It basically listens to your entire session and then spits out a nice, well-balanced mix for you. So what that essentially means is you can just sit back, relax, and let Neutron 3 give you a nice, perfect mix that you can send off to your audio engineers. It's really that easy, and I'm going to show you right now. All right, so the first thing that we got to do to make sure that this whole thing is set up properly, I got a session right here. It's a song I worked on with Natasha Fisher called Relapsing, and there's just a bunch of tracks here. I think 20 tracks in total, a combination of like drums, like sort of atmospheric sounds, guitar, vocals, of course. So we're going to go over to our mixer window, hit X on our keyboard, and we are going to select all of our tracks here, from Rain to our 808, all of them. In order for Neutron 3 to listen to our track, we need to make sure that we are sending the information to Neutron, and we're going to do that by sending it through Relay. Now, this plugin comes with Neutron 3, and it just relays whatever's happening on your channel strip over to Neutron 3. Now, if you had other effects and processing units, effect units on your channel strip, always make sure you put Relay at the end of the chain. This way it includes that whatever information it sends to Neutron, it'll be included. Next, we're going to go over to our stereo output, and over there, we're going to go ahead and bring in Neutron 3 Visual Mixer. Now, this is pretty cool in its own right. It's essentially, well, it's in the name, it's a visual mixer, so you can go ahead and mix visually. So if I want to take my vocals track right over here and I want to make it lower, I can just do that. If I want to put it more to the right channel, I can do that. To the left. If I want to make it wider, I can just drag this right here, or narrower, bring it in. It's just a visual mixer that sort of breaks the mold of what mixing actually is, and it's a really unique way at mixing. Definitely not traditional, but something new and fresh. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and click Mix Assistant, and the first thing it's gonna ask you, did you put Relay on? Is your tracks reset to 0 points? And yes, it is. So we're going to go ahead and click Begin. Next, we can select what is the focus of our mix. So I'm going to tell the AI processing in Neutron 3 that, you know what, my vocals should be the focus, as it should always be. So make sure that whatever you do, the vocal is the focus point of this track. So we're going to go ahead and click Begin Listening. And let's go ahead and play it from the top.
You can just take from like everything. Like I gave you this.
You're talking to me like something's going on.
So as Neutron 3 is listening to the track, you should be listening
Crazy,
to it
but I
as
know
well.
when brights up
Just
and
make some
wrong.
minor mental notes of what's happening, what you may want to change, and then you can kind of take it from there once it's all done. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just pause this video and come right back once we've listened to the whole track.
Don't think that I've studied you. See you with that shit so fake. Oh no, oh no, oh. I think I'm relapsing. Oh no, oh no, oh. I think I'm relapsing.
All right, so now the song is finishing up. Just gonna let it ride through. All right, so let's go ahead and hit stop over there. We're gonna go to results. We're gonna go back to the beginning and see what Neutron 3 did to our mix.
Cool. You can just take from like everything. Like
I just bypassed its initial review. It sounds like it increased the volume and made it a little bit wider sounding, fuller sounding.
You're talking to me like something's going on.
Definitely sounds more cohesive. Vocals are sitting nicely.
I know when brights up and wrong.
Not as loud as it was in our stems.
Your face turned to stone when I asked for the truth.
So the bass is a little bit quiet here. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up manually.
Darling, you don't think that I've studied you.
See, here our bass was too loud. Here it's nice and full.
What the fuck were you thinking?
All right, before I accept all these changes, I'm just going to go to edit classification and make sure that everything is labeled properly because it does depend on what track it is that Neutron 3 can analyze and do its thing. So I'm just going to make sure that our audio engineer, aka Neutron 3, knew what all our tracks were. That should be that. That's good. Snap. I'm going to change our snap to percussion. Our snare to percussion. Strings is musical. This should be voice. Our main vocal is our focus, and the rest is good. Let's go ahead and click accept. And now we go into our visual mixer. And as you can see, all of our different elements are sort of stacked in a visual representation of where they stand volume wise.
I gave you my laughter, the fuck was I thinking? Don't say that.
So on the top here, you have 3 spots for snapshots. So I'm going to go ahead and take a snapshot of what Neutron 3 thought was good. And then we're going to go ahead right now and just do a couple minor changes and add a second snapshot ourselves.
Just sorry, you must be mistaken.
And we're going to mix completely in this visual mixer. So on our vocal track, I think I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit wider.
You certainly meant it.
So that's too wide.
Safe haven.
Maybe a little bit less.
Oh no, oh no, oh.
So that ARP,
I'm relapsing.
I'm going to bring it down.
Oh no, oh.
Maybe a little bit more narrow.
Relapsing. Boy, you better leave. Don't think of coming close.
All right, so the strings on this sounds a little bit high. I'm going to bring that down as well and maybe widen that up to kind of fill out this mix.
Might light this bitch on fire, boy, you better go. If you left it to me, I would burn all your clothes. First go presents, pictures, pieces of your soul. Wanna run away, but I'd rather haunt you.
I'm going to make our guitars a little bit wider as well.
Just as a reminder of what I can do. I see all your moves, I can feel all the hate.
I'll lower our rim shot a little bit.
The women I see you with, that shit's all fake.
So this is our vocal right track. So I'm going to make sure that's on our right. And our vocal left track, going to make sure that's on our left.
Oh no, oh no, oh.
For our vocal chorus, I'm gonna also make that a little bit wider as well. And for our low voice right there is really loud. We're gonna go ahead and lower that up. Let's go back a bit.
Oh no, oh no, oh, I think I'm relapsing. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh.
All right, so that sounds good. I'm just gonna go back to our chorus section here.
Don't say that you're sorry, you must be mistaken. Oh no, oh no, oh.
So there's a drum line right here.
Oh no,
I think I'm gonna take that and just move it to the right a bit.
oh no, oh no, oh. I think I'm relapsing. Oh no,
So we're gonna save the snapshot as a B snapshot.
oh no, oh no, oh.
And we can kind of cycle between A and B. So here's what Neutron 3 started us off with.
Oh no,
And here's what we did.
oh no, oh. I think I'm relapsing. Oh no, oh no, oh.
We just made it a little bit wider and fuller sounding. So that's how quickly you can work by using Neutron 3. Let it give you a nice starting solid balanced mix, and then you can go ahead and change a little bit from there. But let's say that you want to use this as a mastering standpoint as well. What you can do is just mix your normal way, add in all your effects, your processing units, and then put relay on all of your tracks and put Neutron 3 on your master bus, and then let it do like a final pass through and make sure that everything is well balanced through its algorithms that it goes through. Or you can use Neutron 3 on a per track basis like I showed you earlier. If you open up Neutron 3 on a track, you can go ahead and use the Mix Assistant Track Enhance and just enhance each track just like that and go one by one if you wanted to. Or of course you could use some of the included presets and use that as a starting point. It's just a really good tool to use when you're in a mixing environment and you're getting down to the nitty-gritty of mixing. So that's just my 2 cents and my quick preview on Neutron 3 and how you can use it and put that into your productions. I will place a link in the description box below this video if you want to learn more about Neutron 3. But in the meantime, if you have any questions on this, you can ask me in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer any of your Neutron 3 questions. I've been using it for the past week or so, and it's becoming a really good tool to quickly get a nice balanced mix right away. Let's say you got an instrumental and you got to get it off and you don't have time to really just go through each track to mix. Just put this on it, let it do its thing, and then send it off. I trust it enough to just do a quick, nice, well-balanced mix, and off you go. Saves you time. Your own personal AI audio engineer with you at any given time. That is Neutron 3. Once again, the link will be in the description box below this video. That's it for me, guys. I hope you liked this video. And again, if you do have any questions on this, ask me in the comment section below. That's it for me. I'll talk to you all in the next one. There you guys. Peace.